5,000 different species of ladybugs in the world. These much-loved critters are also known as lady beetles or ladybird beetles. They come in many different colors and patterns. But the most familiar in North America is the seven-spotted ladybug. With its shiny, red and black body. In many cultures, ladybugs are considered good luck. Most people like ladybugs because they are pretty, graceful, and harmless to humans. But farmers love them because they eat aphids and other plant-eating pests. One ladybug can eat up to 5,000 insects in its lifetime. Most ladybugs have oval, dome-shaped bodies with 6 short legs. 7-spotted ladybugs are red or orange with 3 spots on each side and 1 in the middle. They have a black head with white patches on either side. Depending on the species, they can have spots, stripes, or no markings at all. Ladybugs are colorful for a reason. Their markings tell predators eat something else. I taste terrible. When threatened, the bugs will secrete an oily, foul-tasting fluid from joints in their legs. They may also play dead. Birds are ladybugs' main predators, but they also fall victim to frogs, wasps, spiders, and dragonflies. Ladybugs lay their eggs in clusters or rows on the underside of a leaf, usually where aphids have gathered. Larvae, which vary in shape and color based on species, emerge in a few days. 7-spotted ladybug larvae are long, black, and spiky looking with orange or yellow spots. Larvae grow quickly and shed their skin several times. When they reach full size, they attach to a leaf by their tail, and a pupa is formed. Within a week or two, the pupa becomes an adult ladybug. Ladybugs are happy in many different habitats, including grasslands, forests, cities, suburbs, and along rivers. 7-spotted ladybugs are native to Europe but were brought to North America in the mid-1900s to control aphid populations. The name ladybug was coined by European farmers who prayed to the Virgin Mary when pests began eating their crops. After ladybugs came and wiped out the invading insects, the farmers named them Beetle of Our Lady. This eventually was shortened to Lady Beetle and Ladybug. NASA even sent a few ladybugs into space with aphids to see how aphids would escape in zero gravity.
Flamingos are famous for their bright pink feathers, stilt-like legs, and S-shaped neck. When a flamingo spots potential dinner, favorite foods include shrimp, snails, and plant-like water organisms called algae. It plunges its head into the water, twists it upside down, and scoops the fish using its upper beak like a shovel. They are able to run on water, thanks to their webbed feet, to gain speed before lifting up into the sky. Flamingos build nests that look like mounds of mud along waterways. At the top of the mound, in a shallow hole, the female lays one egg. The parents take turns sitting on the egg to keep it warm. After about 30 days, the egg hatches. Let's see where flamingos live. Flamingo young are born white, with soft, downy feathers and a straight bill. The bill gradually curves downward as the flamingo matures. Both parents take care of the newborn flamingo, feeding it a fluid produced in their digestive systems. The young leave the nest after about 5 days to join other young flamingos in small groups, returning to the parents for food. The parents identify their chick by its voice. After about 3 weeks, the adults herd young flamingos into large groups called creches, where they start to look for food on their own. Most flamingo species are not endangered, although the Andean flamingo is listed as vulnerable. And the Chilean. Lesser. And Puna flamingos are near threatened.
Dragonflies are a type of flying insect. They are recognized by their distinct appearance of a long body with two pairs of strong, transparent wings. They vary in color, including red, brown, blue, and yellow. Did you know there are over 5,000 different species of dragonflies? In fact, the largest insect known to inhabit Earth was a dragonfly called the Meganeurosis pormiana. This huge insect had a body length of almost 17 inches. Nowadays, we come across much smaller dragonfly species, averaging at 1–4 inches in length. The dragonfly habitat varies according to the species. However, they are almost always found in wetlands and tend to prefer warmer climates. It is therefore quite common to find this insect near swamps, ponds, and lakes. They always prefer habitats with high-quality water because their nymphs, young dragonflies, also known as larvae, grow underwater. What's more, clear water makes it far easier for dragonflies to hunt. However, near the water isn't the only place that you may spot a dragonfly. Female dragonflies can often be seen in dry meadows, only returning to wetlands to lay their eggs. Dragonflies typically have a diet that consists of other insects, such as midges, mosquitoes, moths, bees, and flies. Dragonfly nymphs tend to eat tadpoles and other small creatures that they come across while living underwater. There are 3 stages in the life cycle of all species of dragonflies: the egg, the nymph or larva, and the adult. A dragonfly starts life as an egg laid in or near water. Dragonfly larvae, called nymphs, also naiads, are aquatic. The egg usually hatches in 1 to 2 weeks. The nymph will feed and grow, shedding its skin several times. Each stage between shedding is called an instar. Depending on the species, there can be 8 to 17 instars, and nymphs can take from 4 weeks to several years to grow large enough to change into adults. The last instar will crawl out of the water, shed its skin, and emerge as a winged adult. This kind of insect life cycle is called incomplete metamorphosis.
Chimpanzee. Sharing 98% of the human DNA, chimpanzees are the smartest in the animal kingdom. The intelligent creatures can recognize themselves in mirrors, improvise tools from available materials to serve their needs, and are expert users of such tools. They have successfully solved complex problems posed by human experimenters and trainers. They teach sign language to their young and use it to communicate effectively in a group. Pig. Contrary to popular belief, pigs are very active, clean, and smart. Their intelligence makes them more trainable than dogs or cats. Research suggests that they are able to understand the concept of reflection at only 6 weeks of age, while human children take several months to comprehend the same. They choose from a stock of around 20 different sounds to communicate, and mother pigs sing to their young when they feed. They also show emotions and express empathy in appropriate situations, something extremely rare among animals. Elephant. Elephants can manipulate their surroundings to achieve their goal. If a fruit is placed on the branch of a tree that is hard for it to reach, it can shift a log to place it below the tree so it can reach the fruit. It can also use tools to achieve its goal and medicate itself. Elephants eat the leaves of certain plants to cure them of illness and even induce labor. Long hailed for having an excellent memory, the huge animal has been seen attending the last rites of a departed family member and mourning its loss. Cat. The capacity of cats to maintain their freedom even after domestication has led them to be considered smarter than dogs for long. Their superior memory is a manifestation of greater intellect and perception. Their memory is 200 times better than dogs. And they can recall an event after as long as 16 hours. Their sophisticated brains, with 300 neurons, make them one of the smartest animals living. Rat. Though rats have small and relatively undeveloped brains, their minds function in a way similar to humans. The reason why rats are commonly used for research is that they can learn from their experiences. They are also excellent at learning and understanding concepts, skillfully figuring out mazes, complex multi-step tasks, and memorizing routes. Being social animals, rats show signs of depression and loneliness if left alone. Squirrel. The dogged persistence and excellent memory of squirrels have troubled gardeners for long. Their impressive array of strategies and tricks that help them survive can be attributed to their advanced intellect and cunning.
Hi, squirrel. You coming in?
The essentially woodland animals have adapted to living in the same environment as humans, eating from bird feeders, flower gardens, and whatever food they can find lying around. Goat. Though the goat doesn't appear to be the sharpest in the barn, they have a strong memory and possess a sophisticated social system. Research has proved that they can lift a lever with their noses, pull a rope with their teeth, to eat fruit from a plastic box. 9 of them were trained, and they picked up these actions in just 4 trials. On being tested 10 months later, 8 of them could recall the task and obtain the fruits in under a minute.
You may not have seen a skunk in your neighborhood, but you've probably smelled one. Their smelly spray, called musk, is not easy to ignore. The spray, which comes from 2 glands near the base of the skunk's tail, can hit a target 12 feet 3.7 meters away. If you are lucky, you may get a warning before being sprayed. If threatened, skunks stamp their front feet, lift their tail, and growl. Some species of skunk even spring into a handstand before spraying, which puts the skunk's warning markings on full display. If the person or animal doesn't retreat, the skunk aims the spray at the eyes. Allowing the skunk to escape, the spray can remain on its target for days. Skunks live all over North and South America, in rural areas, suburbs, and the city. But if you see one, watch out. Skunks are nocturnal, which means they search for food at night and sleep in dens lined with leaves during the day. Their favorite foods include fruit and plants, plus insects, bird eggs, small rodents, and birds. Birds like the great horned owl prey on skunks. Scientists believe it's because the birds don't have a very good sense of smell, which makes the skunk spray useless in an attack. elephant hawk moth is a species of common large pink and olive green moth that is widely spread throughout Europe. It is one of the brightest moths, and hence is also popular in the pet trade. The moth gets its name from the elongated shape of its snout during the larval stage, which resembles the trunk of an elephant. Medium-sized body with a wingspan 62 to 72 millimeters. The head and thorax regions are segmented and are more slender than the rest of its body. Wing color. The wings have patterns in bright pink and olive green, while the body has bright pink lines and dots on an olive green base. The legs are thin and pure white. The eyes of the moths are anti-reflective because of nanoscale protrusions. Lifespan. The life expectancy of the adult elephant hawk moths is up to 5 weeks. This moth is most commonly found in England, Wales, Scotland, and Ireland and other parts of Central Europe. The concentration becomes thinner towards the northern regions. However, their range also extends throughout Asia, up to Japan. Elephant hawk moth can be found in a wide variety of habitats, where this kind of vegetation is present, including waste ground and clearings, hedgerows, rough grassland, woodland, sand dunes, and even in man-made gardens, especially those that have bright, colorful flowers. Unlike the caterpillars, which feed on plant matter including bed straws, willow herbs, fuchsias, and gooseberry, the moths live only on nectar, very much like the butterfly. They visit from flower to flower, suckling on the nectar at nighttime. They are mostly attracted to flowering plants like honeysuckles. The primary enemies of these moths are spiders, especially the brown huntsman spider that shares its habitat. The moths get lured to the bright white forehead stripes of these creatures in the dark and are soon eaten. Different species of nocturnal creatures, including owls and bats, also prey upon these moths. The female would lay eggs either in pairs or singly atop leaves and flowers, so that these plant matters can be a source of food to the young caterpillars. The eggs of these insects are light green with a glossy surface and take around 10 days before hatching. The caterpillars are generally blackish or dark brown in color, but also green at times. They are found between late summer and early autumn before metamorphosis, after which they assume the chrysalis pupa stage. They finally hatch out as brightly colored moths in around May of the following year. dolphin. The smartest marine animal is capable of both learning and mimicry. It manipulates its environment to gather food. For example, it makes mud traps for fish and collects sponges to help protect itself while searching for food among corals. Dolphins are also extremely social and communicate through a sophisticated language. They have an impressive ability to pick up and comprehend instructions and training given by humans. Octopus. Captive octopuses exhibit high levels of planning to escape from their tanks. And unscrew the bottle to take the fish. The wild specimens sneak around, disguising themselves as rocks. To achieve the end, they move very slowly, matching the pace of the water to create the illusion that they are standing still. Thus they move about undetected by their predators. Their long-term and short-term memory have been testified by their ability to figure out mazes and problem-solving experiments. The trait helps them find their way back to their dens even after traveling a long distance.
A squirrel is any of the small to medium-sized rodents that belong to the family Sciuridae. Although to most people, the word squirrel represents the different species of tree squirrels, other rodents like marmots, chipmunks, prairie dogs, flying squirrels, and ground squirrels are also included in the family Sciuridae. These mammals, distinguished by their long bushy tail, occupy a wide range of habitats throughout the world. Squirrels are typically small animals, varying in size, with the smallest being the least pygmy squirrel, and the African pygmy squirrel, that measure 3.9 to 5.5 inches in length. Some of the larger species include the Bhutan giant flying squirrel, that reaches a length of 4 feet 2 inches. Their coat color is highly variable, ranging from gray to red or yellowish brown. Occasionally, they are also white and black. Squirrels usually have slender bodies, and can be distinguished by their large eyes, furred feet, and bushy tails. Their hind limbs are visibly longer than their forelimbs, with each paw having 4 to 5 toes, including a poorly developed. Most species have soft and silky fur, but some species like the red squirrel and the eastern gray squirrel have thicker fur. They are found in almost every natural habitat, including boreal and coniferous forests, tropical rain forests, savannas, and semi-arid deserts. They do not, however, live in the driest of deserts and the high polar regions. Wild squirrels have a life expectancy of 5 to 10 years. But captive individuals can live for about 10 to 20 years. Squirrels are mainly herbivorous animals and feed on a variety of plants. They also eat the seeds of plants, nuts, fruits, conifer cones, and fungi. Some squirrels consume meat when faced with severe hunger.
Dinosaurs were around millions of years ago. It is believed that they were on Earth for a whole 165 million years. They became extinct around 66 million years ago. Dinosaurs were around in the Mesozoic era or the Age of Dinosaurs.
They were called the Triassic, Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. Did you know that the Stegosaurus was already extinct by the time the Tyrannosaurus existed? In fact, it was extinct around 80 million years before. There were lots of different species of dinosaurs. In fact, there were more than 700 different ones. Some were big, some were small. They roamed the land and flew in the skies. Some were carnivores and others were herbivores. Dinosaur fossils have been found on all continents on Earth, including Antarctica. Tyrannosaurus rex was the most ferocious dinosaur. The Tyrannosaurus rex had the strongest bite of any animal on Earth, ever.
Pretty cool, huh?
Hibernation is a strategy adopted by animals to survive during harsh weather and food scarcity. What do animals do when they hibernate? They undergo several physiological changes, including lowered body temperature, reduced metabolic rate, slow heart rate, and slow breathing. Mammals display two kinds of hibernating behavior. Some, like hedgehogs and ground squirrels, are obligate hibernators, entering into a state of inactivity in the colder months, irrespective of the temperature changes and availability of food. A few, like prairie dogs, are facultative, hibernating when food deprived or stressed because of cold. Why do animals hibernate? Animals hibernate to cope with the cold winters, when food becomes scarce, making foraging almost impossible. Animals that hibernate in winter. Bear. Bears are a classic example of true hibernators. Researchers thought their deep sleep to be torpor and not hibernation until studies conducted in 2011 and 2016. Contrary to the belief, they don't sleep continually through the period they hibernate but wake up in intervals and move around in their dens. They don't eat, drink or defecate during hibernation. Bumblebee. All bumblebees save the queen die in winter. The queen sleeps through the colder months and wakes up in spring to set up a new colony. Ground squirrel. They hibernate underneath burrows for 5 to 8 months. During hibernation, the squirrels enter into torpor, inactivity, where their metabolism drops to 1% and their body temperature almost reach a freezing point. Chipmunk. Most chipmunk species hibernate when the temperatures go beyond the freezing point. They take shelter in their burrows but don't sleep through that time. Instead, they try maintaining a normal body temperature and feed on the food they have stored rather than entirely relying on fat reserves. They even urinate and defecate during that period. Bat. Bats hibernate during November and don't come out until March or April. They become fully active by May. Some bats hibernate solitary, while a few form colonies. Their favorable spots include buildings, hollow trees, and barns. However, some bat species may also migrate to warmer regions in winter instead of becoming inactive. Snake. They don't hibernate but, like other cold-blooded animals, enter into inactivity during winter. During this time, their metabolism slows, and they stop eating. Wood frog. They nestle in leaf litter, and their body temperature lowers to such an extent that they almost freeze. Groundhog. Groundhogs hibernate between October and April for not more than 3 months. They are true hibernators, with their heart rate and body temperature dipping drastically. Their sleep is so deep that they wouldn't wake up to any loud noise or even if touched or disturbed. Skunk. They get into sleep mode between December and March. They shed around 30% of their weight then and search for gardens, sheds, and patios to hide till spring. Hermit crab. These crabs hibernate when the temperature falls below 68 degrees Fahrenheit. They remain in the soil during this time for 4 to 6 weeks. Some crabs may hibernate for a little longer. Animals that hibernate in summer. Snail. Snails can withstand the harsh winter but not the intense summer heat. They dig holes underground and hide within leaf litter. Their shells serve as a protective covering, helping them remain cool. The mucus that seals the entrance helps to retain moisture. Hedgehog. When the temperature is above 86 degrees Fahrenheit, hedgehogs lower their metabolism and survive on the fat stored in their body for as long as 6 weeks. During this time, they remain curled into a ball. Tortoise. They estivate in summer for a few days to a couple of weeks. During this period of inactivity, their metabolic rate lowers. Crocodile. To escape the prolonged droughts in summer, crocodiles dig burrows near lakes or river banks and sleep till the time the rains are back. Earthworm. They become inactive when the soil gets too dry or hot. However, the earthworms hibernate too. Before the soil freezes, they make burrows to depths of as much as 6 feet. Ladybug. When it is too hot and food is scarce, they enter into a state of dormancy. Fluffy animals. Arctic fox. Alpaca. Common wombat. Olympic marmot. Snow leopard. Pallas cat. Siberian flying squirrel. Giant panda. Japanese serow. Red fox. Chinchilla. Harp seal. Raccoon dog. Red panda.